What up, good people? And we are live. Man, tell me how I look down in the comments. Let me know what the stream looks like. If you could be able to see everything that's on the screen. We're gonna be talking about some good stuff today. We are definitely gonna get started in 1 second. I am looking for my phone. Okay, had to find my phone. What's good? What's good? Okay, looking good down in the comments. Okay, read Hurricane. What's happening? I got to send something out real quick, and we are definitely gonna get started. And if you haven't joined my Discord just yet, make sure you join the Discord. The invite link is down in the description below. Make sure you join the Discord. Trying to tell you, talk about some good stuff down there. Miss out on some stuff. Some stuff I don't even post on social media, but I put it in the Discord. So, let's see. Okay, all right. So if you are definitely catching this on the back end, red for it, then what's going on? What's happening? If you are catching this on the back end, you catching the VOD on YouTube, definitely, man. Welcome. Here we do everything tech, all things tech. This is your host C Will. This is Wilcreatives. Man, we do everything tech, all things tech. We do everything on the channel. If you haven't caught my last couple of videos, they have been awesome. Definitely, matter of fact, let me just pull it up real quick here. If you haven't joined the channel, let me give you a reason to join the channel. So if you just take a look here, I don't normally do this, but I'm actually just gonna go through how I have my YouTube page set up. So right now you see we're live. This right here, the most popular uploads, this will kind of take you, it is what it is. It's most popular uploads. So it'll give you the most popular things that's on the channel, and it does it by views. Just take a look at some of my stuff whenever you have some time. I'm not going to say the most important thing, but the thing that I actually like the most on my channel is my actual custom gaming PC builds. It started back over a year ago. And as you can see, I've been building PCs ever since, all the way up into the last PC I built was one for my wife. It was the NZXT H1. So check that out when you get a chance. I recently just rebuilt Knight Rider, my gaming PC. So now I have two PCs, okay? I know it's hard to keep up with what I'm doing because I'm always doing something, but I got two PCs. I got one is my dedicated gaming PC, which is the one that's here. And then I also have a dedicated streaming PC, which actually consists, if you look down in the description below, it consists of my 3900X with the 2060 Super Founders Edition. I turned that into my editing streaming PC. So right now, I am streaming off of that PC. And then, as you can see right now, I'm on my actual gaming PC. So you can check out those videos. You know, I've done cases, all types of stuff. So just check those out when you get a chance. Tech news. So this video, once it goes up as a VOD, is actually going to go into my actual tech news. And then I got some gaming stuff that's on here. And the thing that actually got me up off the ground is my Alienware stuff. So that's enough of that type of stuff. Just want to let you know. So if you want to see some stuff, definitely hit the channel, you know, hit subscribe, hit like. Ring the bell so you get all my notifications. I definitely try to put uploads every week, so check me out. All right, so now for what you actually came to the channel for. Again, let's light up the actual chat. Let's get some things rocking and rolling. And we are here about Nvidia. We hear about the new Ampere cards, and it's not just Ampere cards that's coming. We also have Rdna 2. They quote unquote big Navi. So there's a lot of leaks. There's a lot of things that's happening. And I actually just this particular site is called Igor's Lab. And they definitely have some very accurate information. We're gonna also go over WCCF Tech has some good stuff. Not always accurate, but they have some good stuff. And then we will actually go over, what's this other website? Oh, Door TV, which actually has really good info. Shao, what's up down in the chat? Refinel, what's going on? The Furry King, what's going on? Read what's happening. Just if you, I'm pretty sure by now you've seen what the Founders Edition cards, quote unquote, are going to look like. And we have them here. And this is just, the only reason why I'm showing you this is just so you can kind of get a gist of what's coming. If you're hearing about this maybe for the first time or not so much. But this is on Igor's Labs website. This is what the actual Founders Edition is supposed to look like. I think it's pretty dope. You got the fan heat sinks and stuff like that that's going on. There's actually a fan that's on the top, and then there's another fan that's on the back. But one of the key things to this is they're talking about the RTX 3080, the 3080 Ti, and possibly a 3090, which is probably going to be like another Titan. But the two significant things are these two right here. So one of the things I want you to take a look at was they're talking about the new 3080. These cars are supposedly supposed to come out in September. We don't, that's not definite, that's hearsay, that's rumor. But September is also the same time a year ago when they came out with the previous launch with the Supers, and then before that. So really RTX 20 series is like 2 years old almost now, believe it or not. So one of the things that you definitely want to take a look at is that on a 3080 card, they're talking about 320 bits on the actual interface, but the actual power could get up to 320 watts. And that's key to the actual next article that I'm going to pull up. And then a TI, 352 bits on when it comes to, 11 gigabytes. They're saying 10 gigabytes possibly on the 3080 GDDR6. And also it could pull 320 watts, and then a Titan could pull up to 350 watts. Now, one of the rumors that just came out was about a new power connector that could possibly be, well, they've already actually submitted. So where did I put it? Okay, here we go. So there's an article here that talks about a new 12-pin power supply, actual connector that could possibly be a part of the new cards. And I'm just gonna pause for a moment. Nvidia, a new connector? Come on. So down in the chat, what you looking at? Oh, Elemental, what's going on? What do you think about the 12? Hey, I'm talking about the 12-pin power connector right now. i7 10700K or 9900K. I actually own both, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, the 10700K, just right offhand, is better than the 9900K. And actually, the price of the 9900K is still close to like 400 and something bucks. And you could be able to get a 10700K for the same price. The only downside about going up to a 10700K is you have to get another motherboard, because the 10700K will not work in a Z390 board. So if you go up to the new 10th gen, you got to get a Z490 board. So and that could potentially be like another 200 bucks on top of whatever you're paying for the processor. So but if you want the fastest, and I mean the fastest FPS, then definitely you need to get your 10700K or 10900K. I actually do not recommend a 10900K, only because most people don't need 10 cores, even though it goes up to 5.3 gigahertz. I was able to do 5.1 gigahertz on a 10700K. And going up another 200 megahertz is probably not going to make a difference, because at 5.1 gigahertz all cores, you're flaming through any game when it comes to 1080p, you know, where processor speed and stuff like that makes the biggest difference. So I would definitely just save your money, get you a 10700K. Yeah, so with this power connector, so they're saying there's going to be 12 volts, 12 pin connector, which is crazy. And here's the thing. The normal connector is actually, I think they support up to like 300 watts or 300 some watts. It's more than 300 watts. I think the actual the regular pins, most cars come with like 2 8-pin connectors. I know like my 2080 Super it's 2 8-pin connectors. You know, power connectors that go inside of it. We have some 2080 Ti cars that come up to like 3 8-pin connectors. So the 12-pin is not unheard of. The problem about it is that it's new. So, and these connectors may not be the same. So potentially you could do like a 6-pin, it's like 2 6-pin connectors put together, something like that. So I believe that you still may be able to use your same power supplies. I don't think they're going to change it where you have to get new power supply. So definitely. And I don't think you have to get new power supplies because I don't think Nvidia would do that right now during a pandemic. But I don't think you'll have to get new power supplies because if you know anything about power supplies, they're like stupid high right now. They're like really high. And so, and you can't find them everywhere. So they're sporadic when they come in stock. Like if you go to Micro Center, they got a bunch of them right now, but like a couple of months ago, well, really just like about 2 or 3 weeks ago, they didn't have any. So what I would say is that on this particular thing, the way that they got the 12 pin set up, the new connector is it could accept up to 600 watts of power. Now, if we go back to this article here, the highest that they're talking about on new cars is 350 watts, but that's at stop speeds. It's not overclocking. So if you're overclocking, then definitely you could possibly go over 350 watts easy. So going back to here, it's a reason why they're trying to change the actual power delivery and get certain things set up. So hopefully, you know, if they do come out with some new power supplies, hopefully this does come with an adapter. Somebody put that down in the chat that they could possibly come with. The actual cars itself could come with adapters. So we will see. I know the add-in board partners, you know, like MSI, Asus and stuff like that. I don't know if they're going to adopt this. What I've been hearing that this actually new 12-pin connector is actually just going to be specific to the Founders Edition cards. So, well, I don't know. We'll see. One of the leaks, and this actually seems like it's been pretty accurate. So, yeah. And I am definitely looking forward to getting a 3080 Ti. Do whatever you got to do. Sell a kidney, sell a limb, whatever. I know it's going to cost a lot of money because the last 2080 Ti is $1,200. And it's still $1,200. May I add, and some of the high-end 2080 Ti's is actually like $1,500, which is stupid. So there's that. So we got the new power connector. Another thing that we need to take a look at is there was a leaked benchmark for the actual new Ampere GPU that was beating the 2080 Ti by 30% with the low clock speed. So let's take a look here. So we got 3D Mark time spy scores. They have the Ampere card, which is listed here at 1,935 megahertz, 6,000 megahertz on the memory. Okay, so you have the EVGA RTX 2080 Ti Kingpin. That card is like $1,700. It's like super overclock, as you can see the actual numbers stuff here, and it's at 18,664. The Ampere card is at 18,257, and these look like very underclock speeds. Then you have the Kingpin, the Titan V, which is at 16,000. And then you have the MSI RTX 2080 Ti Lightning Z, which is like one of the fastest overclock cards from a add-in board partner. I think that card it's like super long, super heavy. And how we looking down in the chat? I mean, like on TikTok, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Check out my TikTok. I got some videos and stuff with us on there. But y'all crazy. The only question that matters to me is the price. Yes, that is true. If you trying to get a new 3080 Ti, just put $1,200 to the side. A solid go for reliable system. Yes, sir. Surely, I definitely appreciate that. Surely Studios down in the chat. Appreciate that. All right, so back here, this is a big time card. And as you can see, if we even look at the RTX 2080 Ti Founders Edition stock, it's at $13,939, and then they're saying Ampere is at $18,000. That's a big jump. I can tell you, I owned the 2080 Ti before. I actually sold it with first build I did. I actually missed that card. I'm not gonna lie, I do miss it. I got that card for a really good deal. And I'm not even gonna go back down memory lane. But that 2080 Ti, the performance difference between the 2080 Ti and the 2080 Super is anywhere between 15 to 20%. So it's not that big of a gap. Not like 30%. 30% is huge. And that's, we're talking about from Founders Edition to Founders Edition. And I'm not even sure if the actual clocks here are stock or if it's just, they said that it's a low clock number. So obviously you could be able to overclock, or you could be able to definitely, you know, when the add-in board partners come, you're going to get some, you know, a bunch of different cards that you could be able to get at higher speeds, but you're probably going to be looking at, the rumor has it, it's going to be looking at anywhere between 40 to 50% performance difference from the 2080 Ti to the 3080 Ti. So here's what I'm thinking. If you got that big of a jump, I'm thinking we actually going to go back to the Pascal series, where we saw the huge jump from the 980 Ti to the 1080 Ti. It was around about the same thing, about a 40 to 50% performance increase, you know, over the actual generations. The 1080 Ti to the 2080 Ti, you didn't see a huge jump, but I think we're going to get ready to see a huge jump. And here's one of the reasons why. I'm going to show you this article here. So we can't talk about new GPUs coming without talking about Amd Rdna 2. Now, granted, I want to get one of the new big Navi cards just to see how it stacks up against the 3080 Ti. But I'm actually hearing some good things about it, and here's the reason why. This is a big year for AMD. You have the PlayStation 5 that's coming out. You have the Xbox Series X that's coming out. Both of those consoles are supposed to come out like in November. And they're both going to have Rdna 2. And in this article, it talks about, you know, the actual new card having about 16 gigabytes of VRAM, which is crazy. And they're also saying that the performance of the new card is going to be double the performance of the 5700 XT. Now, I haven't had the 5700 XT on this channel, but I want to get one as soon as price goes down. So when the new cards come out, price goes down. So currently right now I have a MSI RTX 2080 Super. Great card. It actually does 4K very nicely. If you haven't seen my Death Stranding video, go check that out. Yeah, we could do 4K. So 2080 Super, I have a 2080 Super, I have a 2060 Super, and I have a GTX 1650 Super. Hold on, let me look at the box. Yeah, I have a GTX 1650 Super. So I haven't done anything with this. I actually put it in. So here's the thing. You know, I was gonna give my wife my 2060 Super. If you saw my H1 build, I did a build for her. I used the 2060 Super. I was gonna let her keep it. Great card, you know, but I was doing some video editing with this 1650 Super, and it wasn't as good as the 2060 Super. So I put the 1650 Super in her computer, put my 2060 Super back in mine. So, hey, don't blame me. But one of the things I did realize, and I did take a look at, was that with Rdna 2, a 5700 XT is a great 1440p card. You can do high refresh rate 1440p. So if the new Rdna 2 cards are going to be twice the performance, the new Rdna 2 is definitely going to beat the 2080 Ti. So if you have a 2080 Ti right now, and you plan on upgrading, sell that card now. And the reason why you want to sell that card now is because they're not making it anymore. And so if you sell it now before the new cards come out, get you something like a 2060, RTX 2060 or something like that for the time being for like, you know, 250, 300 bucks. You know, if you still need to play games, and sell that 2080 Ti now while the value is still there, because once the new card come out, the performance difference is going to be so big that nobody is going to be buying those cars anymore. And what's going to happen, price of the cars is going to go down. So, Reed, let me see. What the so silent about Ampere? Yeah. Hey, sorry to hear that. Read down in the chat. But yeah, if you have a 2080 Ti, sell it. Sell it so you can get as much money off of it right now, because people are still looking for those cars right now. But I would sell it and then get ready to upgrade. So Rdna 2 is supposed to come out. You know what? This card is actually probably going to come out right when the consoles come out, and so it's going to be very interesting. I hope AMD delivers, and if they deliver with the performance, it's going to bring down the price of the new Ampere cards. I promise you. So if it brings down the price, it's going to be good for everybody. We can all rejoice. We don't have to sell our kidneys, and we can keep it moving. They can stay focused on the actual new games. So that's that. Those are the leaks that we got, you know, for today. So we're talking about more performance. We're talking about a possible new connector that could be coming from that. I thought I had like another article here and I can't find it. Man. But that's that. So right now, if you are, so one of the things that I like to do, I actually like to go on PC Parts Picker. Right now is a terrible time to be able to build a computer. And the reason why it's terrible is because we also got, I'm not going to talk about it in this video, but we also have some new processors from AMD that's coming out. And I know you're saying like, what? They just came out with a refresh. I know. But the price is already set to my wife and 3 kids, so it doesn't really matter. So yes, the motherboards are going to be, the new motherboards are going to be able to handle the cards. It's going to be interesting. They said that the actual new Ampere cards are also going to be PCIe 4.0 compatible. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to see what happens. I know on the new Z490 boards, I think they're going to come with a BIOS update to enable PCIe 4.0. So that's that. On my so like in my streaming PC, I still have the Gigabyte Aorus Master X570. Great board, one of the top of the line boards. I started to get that Asus Maximus Hero Z490 board, and I still might do, and use this board on a test bench or something like that I have in my gaming rig. So we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I saw that they don't seem to be worth upgrade. Yeah, the process that is. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, we're going to see what these new boards that come out. So I do want to take a look at PC Parts Picker. So if you actually had to build a PC right now, if you just had to, okay, I would wait, because again, I know with AMD, their nomenclature when it comes to their process is terrible. They have Zen 3, which is going to be Ryzen 4000 series. Now, they just announced a 4000 series processor, but that's not their new stuff. That's like their stuff with integrated graphics or whatever. Well, I'm talking about Zen 3. So the current processors out right now are Zen 2. Zen 3 is going to be the 4000 series. And those are still slated to come, well, at least to be announced at the end of this year. So we'll see how that happens. Not for sure, 100%. But if that happens, I'm definitely upgrading because I definitely want to see what the replacement of the 3950X is going to be. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. All right. Would you rather have an i3 or an i9? Hard choice. No, that's not a hard choice. i9 all the way. i3. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you this now. So we're gonna go through this in PC Part Pick. I'll talk about it when it comes to processors and stuff like that. The new consoles are going to have 8-core, 16-thread processors from AMD. Now, a console is going to have that. So in your PC, you're basically, if you have anything less than an 8-core, you're going to be behind the 8-ball. Not saying that you can't play games, because you can. The new stuff that's probably going, the new games that's probably going to come out next year, the next gen games, are going to be pretty much pushing things to the limit, and they're going to be designed based off of 8 cores. So with that being said, let's take a look at building a PC right now. So I want to take a look at doing a budget build. Okay. So if I was doing a budget build right now, and what we got down in the chat, bro, grateful for your Aurora 7G tutorial. Finally upgraded to 2070. Man, I'm glad you did that. That is Shuriken down in the comments. Yeah, Tyler, you might have to retire to 8700K. 8700K is still a great processor, man. You could still overclock that thing to 5 gigahertz. You know, if you got the right cooling and stuff like that, because the chip does get hot. Yeah, man, it's time to upgrade. It's time to at least get to a 9900K. That way you can still stay on the Z390 board, and you can still get great performance out of it. All right, so CPU. Now, if I was building a budget gaming system, and I have a 1080p monitor. I'm gonna tell y'all something about, you know, your gaming system. The parts and stuff that you choose has a lot to deal with the type of monitor that you have or plan on having. So I'm gonna give you a couple of hints. If you are 1080p only, right? You like playing 1080p, high refresh rate, you're a competitive gamer, then if you're trying to take advantage of your high refresh rate monitor, meaning that you got 144 hertz monitor or better, you know, 240 hertz, you know, whatever the case may be, you need your processor and a graphics card that's going to keep up with that. And if you want to take advantage of it fully, I'm sorry, but you need to get a Intel chip if you want to get the highest frame rate. Since we are doing a budget build, however, we're going to go AMD because you get more for your money. Okay. Now, if you have a high refresh rate and we're trying to keep up with the consoles, here's what you need to do. CPU, the one that I would recommend right now is a 3700X. And you said, what? We just had the new XT chips to come out. I know. But if you're doing a budget build, you can get a 3700X, $279, and actually this price is a little bit cheap at Micro Center if you have one in the area. 3700X, because we're doing budget. This processor comes with a cooler, so we don't have to buy a cooler while we're AMD. CPU cooler, you got some options, but because that one comes with the cooler, we don't have to worry about that. Motherboard. Right now, if you want to, we're doing a budget build, but you also want to future-proof yourself. I like the MSI B450 Tomahawk. I have this board. It's sitting in the box. I don't have the Max, but I do have the regular one. The difference between the Max and the actual other board is that the Max comes with a different BIOS out the gate, where you don't have to, you know, swap out an older AMD CPU. And I know the chat's still going. I'm trying to reconnect my laptop and it's not working. All right, so chat, how we looking? Yep, so here's what I recommend. Asus Tough Gaming X570 Plus with Wi-Fi. Great board, especially if you want to upgrade to a better chip down the road. New chips, even the Zen 3 processors, you know, 4000 series is going to be coming out. And this board will support those new chips. So 189. All right. Memory. Here to reconnect. Oh, laptop. Not a part of the network happening. See if we can be able to get that connected. Is it possible to change the CPU on Aurora 7? Yes. If you can actually go all the way up to a 8700K in Aurora 7. That's about it. So if you can find that chip somewhere, go for it. All right, so we back down, reconnected. Let's see. All right, so moving along, memory. At this point, you know, Ryzen loves some good memory, but since we're doing a budget build, you can actually skate. Well, you know what? On memory, I actually don't like to skate by. If you're doing memory, you need to get some good memory. I would actually recommend 3600. You can actually get a good price on it. Trident Z RGB 3600. That's actually CL18. I do not recommend that. I recommend CL16. Where are you? Oh, look, Corsair Avenger. Now that's 3200. No. Nope. If I can't find it right away, I'm going to keep it moving. So if you could get 3600, let's go with the Corsair Avengers. It's actually a pretty good price. 3200, still fast. It's not the fastest thing that you can get, but you can do CL16 and you can actually overclock your memory. That'll do pretty good. 92 bucks. Storage. Y'all know what I like. NVMe. NVMe for the storage. Oh yeah, CL14 3200 megahertz is actually pretty good too. And I don't know. I'll see if I go back and see what the price difference is. CL14 actually is great timing, but the price is a little high too. So we're doing a budget build. We're doing a budget build. All right. So, you know, I like the 970 Evo. I recommend at least 1 terabyte. If you could find, I like Inland. Inland is actually pretty good. To be honest with you, that's what I'm currently using right now in my gaming rig. But Sabrent is actually pretty good too. But I do not recommend. Here's one thing: after having a PCIe 4.0 drive, you don't need that for gaming. I actually have one in my streaming editing rig, but I actually use it for editing. So, let's go with the now. If you can find a 970 Evo Plus, you know, it's good. I just saw one, but I was looking for, oh, here we go. 179, 1 terabyte. Now they have other drives that you could get, but if you want to, we're doing a budget build. Okay. Budget build. Nope, that's the same price. So you could do a 1 terabyte, 970 Evo Plus 179. These prices are a little high. But Samsung is good. They're reliable. You can have that drive forever. It's not going to slow down on you. You can fill it up. It's not going to slow down. We'll go with that. Video card. Now here's the kicker right here. So, I would go with the Team Light SSD. Yeah, 970 Evo is amazing, man. Yeah, I know. I did say budget. All right, I did say budget. You're right. I said budget. I like the 970 Evo. I said budget though. So let's go back. If we're trying to do budget, and if you were doing gaming only, another popular chip, NVMe, is the Intel 660p. Now, okay, I did say budget, but it's one thing. These drives, they slow down when they start to, like some of these drives, they actually slow down when they start to fill up. And that's what you don't want. I'm telling you, you don't want that. So let me see something. I know it's in here. If you do inland, NVMe, they sell them at Micro Center. But let's say if we could find just a regular NVMe, we probably won't be able to find it for sale though. Okay. See, I had a Crucial P1. The Crucial P1 and the Intel 1660p, they slow down when they fill up. I'm telling you, I know I said budget. I'm just telling you based off of experience. The inland drive that I have, if you could find it, I don't see it on here. But there's a, okay. Nah, I don't know about that one. Because of this whole quarantine thing, these prices are like crazy. All right, I know I said budget, but since we're saving on the cooler, we're gonna go with this 970 Evo Plus that I chose earlier. I'm telling you, because when it comes to storage, you don't want a situation where your drive starts to slow down, so you're downloading the game and you're playing the game at the same time, and you're filling up pretty quick. It's gonna slow down, you're gonna get frustrated. Go 500 gigabyte, get a hard drive. No, do not do that. I've done that before. I'm glad you brought that up, Harrison, down in the chat. Do not get a mechanical hard drive for gaming. Let me tell you something. I had a game that was updating, so I was using a 2 terabyte Seagate Barracuda drive, 7200 RPM. The game was updating, and a game was downloading, and I was trying to play a game. It halted everything that I was doing. I said, never again. I got rid of it. So let's go with the 970 Evo Plus 1 terabyte. I know I said budget, but trust me, you can't go wrong. If you could be able to find a drive that is comparable to this and you can get it cheaper, go ahead and do it. The Saber Rocket, not the 4.0, but the regular one is really good. Not the one with the white sticker though. That's like a QLC drive or something like that. Those are terrible. Let's see. Video card. If I was doing a video, if I had to do a build right now, right before these new cars was coming out, I would probably get an RTX 2060. So let's see if we can find one. Not the 2060 Super, 2060. If I plan on upgrading. So we're doing a budget build, you want to do 1080p gaming, RTX 2060. But I would get a something like a, if you can find like a MSI Gaming Z, something like this. 359 is pretty steep. If you could be able to get like a used one or something like that, because what you don't want to do is be in a bad situation where you got bad cooling on the card that starts to overheat. I trust MSI. I trust Asus. Don't know about the Gigabyte, stuff like that. How much is this other? Nah. So if you could be able to find a card like this Gaming Z, how much we at? Dang, we had $1,100 already. Okay, what are we missing? Whew. It's tough. This is tough. Down in the chat, it's tough, man. RTX 2060 KO. Oh, EVGA outer. You're right about that. So let's see if we can find that. That's been a card that's been hard to come by though. RTX 2060 KO. Let's see if we can find one. I mean, okay, all right. So it's still 313, but whatever money we could be able to shave, a case. What case do I recommend? The case that I always recommend because it's the easiest case to build in, from my standpoint. It's definitely NZXT H510, $69. Can't beat that. You can find other cases. That case is great for building in. Yeah, Tyler. Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, I know the prices. You know, you could get so much stuff, but you got to remember with a PC, do everything. So you could definitely still say something. I may go back and change something on the actual hard drive. Not really though. I'm not budging on a hard drive. I'm not budging on the motherboard either. This is a great price for an 8-core, 16-thread. Let's keep it moving. Power supply. Well, look, we're almost done. We just need a power supply. Now here's where it gets tricky. Remember, oh, I know what I was gonna bring up. So these, oh no, we're gonna talk about the wattage in a second. Because of the new Ampere cards. You don't want to shortchange yourself. I had somebody tell me a long time ago, and I don't know if anybody down in the chat remember this. But on one of my videos, you know, back when I was doing the Aurora R7 videos, I had a guy tell me, you don't need an 850 watt power supply. I'm like, bruh, okay. If you plan on overclocking and you plan on, I was, you know, with the pre-built, no, I didn't need that. It was overkill. But I knew what I was doing. I was looking at the future. I said, one day I'm gonna build my own computer. Why would I shortchange myself on wattage? So if you plan on getting a graphics card like a 3080 Ti, where you got what did it say? We got TDP, so power, it could pull 320 watts, and that is without overclocking. So we're talking about power overclocking, maybe close to like 400 watts or something like that. That doesn't include you overclocking your processor and all the other stuff that you have in there. You need, I'm telling you right now, you need 850 watts. And I think that's on the low side. To be honest with you, you need 850 watts. So 850 watts, that's what we're gonna look for. You could probably squeeze by with a 750 watt. But if you plan on doing overclocking in the future and you don't want to have to go buy another power supply, look, you got a Corsair RX RM. You have a Corsair RMX. I think I have this one. I think this is the one I got. That's in my system right now. 159 bucks. And I think that's the price I paid for it too. Or look, no, I got this one. I got the 2019 version. So $134. That's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. So if that's what you need to do, then that's what we're gonna go with, because we're talking about some stuff you don't want to lack on. Motherboard, CPU, power supply. Don't shortchange yourself. But that's about it. So what are we looking like? So right now it says 319 watts. When you get one of the new Ampere cards, you know, you think about swapping out for high-end processors down the line, that wattage goes up when you're talking about overclocking and all that different type of stuff. We're talking about 1,200 bucks. You could probably save some money if you got a different hard drive. Probably you could save maybe about 50 bucks or something like that. But we're talking about 1,200 bucks for a budget system. Now I know that sounds crazy. You could probably save some money. And I'm gonna tell you, don't shortchange yourself on the motherboard. Don't you do it. What we got down here in the chat? Well, y'all going at it. So power supply, withdraws less power, so then too much thermal paste. Overkill is the most annoying thing that you hear. Your PSU is overkill is the most. I know it is annoying. So I'm telling you, when you start overclocking, you plan on, if we swap this out, you know, now when you talking about budget, 1,200 bucks. That's about right. Some of these prices are high because of the whole, you know, manufacturers and all the stuff that's going on with the whole quarantine and all the different types of stuff. Normally you could build a system like this for like $1,000 or less, but a lot of, you know, some prices are just like outrageous. But if you was doing a Intel build, I would get a 10700K. The motherboard would be a little bit more expensive, but you know, then we're not talking about doing budget anymore. We're talking about going high end. But if I was doing a budget build right now, here's the type of build that I would do. And you leave yourself room seat with a motherboard and power supply like this. You leave yourself open for upgrades where you don't have to change these parts in the future. A lot of times people, they're like, oh, I could save 200, 300 bucks. Well, you could, but then you end up spending more in the future because you will have to change out some of your parts. And so if you run across some money and you get one of these new cards, and you know you want to go cheap and you get a 600-watt power supply, you're gonna be up the creek. It's not even gonna be. You gonna have some issues. You're gonna try to overclock that card. You're gonna be playing GTA 5. Not even the new stuff. You're gonna be playing GTA 5. Your computer gonna blow up. So don't do that to yourself. Had a smooth $600 bill before COVID. Really started slowing down the world. Okay, yeah. And so yeah, the whole pandemic thing, man. But anyways, that is the bill. What you think? Let me know down in the comments, because the chat is about to get ready to end in a second. But let me know what you think down in the comments about some of the links and stuff, the leaks, Ampere, what type of graphics card you're gonna get, what type of PC you're gonna build. I'm ready. If you already know, just based off of the last couple of builds and stuff that I did, you know I'm ready. So I'm ready to do these upgrades. I am still thinking about switching out my motherboard and my gaming rig for the Asus Maximus Hero. I don't need to, but I'm a PC enthusiast. What can you say? I'm still thinking about doing it just because I want to. I'm thinking about also getting a 1,000-watt power supply, taking my 850 out of here and put it in my streaming rig. I got a lot of stuff I'm thinking about doing. I also want to do custom water cooling. So let me know right now. Let me know actually down in the chat. Let me know if you have done custom water loop cooling. I'm thinking about either going with the Corsair Hydro X series or I'm thinking about EK. One of those two. I know with EK they actually sell kits. So actually, if I pull this up here, let me show you. EK custom. They actually sell kits that I've been thinking about getting. And I spelled custom all wrong. They're on their website. And they get expensive, but they come with everything. So let me know. I love EK. I work with a bunch of their aluminum lineup. Okay, Valentine, I see. So I'm thinking about getting the a new case. And you know, like, why are you getting another case? Why ask why when it comes to PC parts? But I'm thinking about getting a Lian Li O11 Dynamic. I was in Micro Center, so if you follow me on social media, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, at Wilcreatives, follow me. But on Instagram, I actually put in my stories I was inside Micro Center. I'm always inside Micro Center, but they have some kits and stuff inside there. And I was taking a look at some stuff. One of the ones that I looked at was these kits look a little different. I don't know if it was this one, which is not in stock. But this one comes with the 360mm rad. And then the actual, the water block lights up. The actual pump lights up. And it has the lights. Yeah, it was like 500 and some bucks. So I don't know if that's normal. So on their website, yeah, I don't know if that's normal. Anyways, y'all let me know down in the chat, down in the comments. Or the Corsair Hydro series, which is actually pretty dope. Hydro X series. So if you've seen these, let me tell you something, boy. Linus, he pops up everywhere. It's crazy. All right, so Corsair, their stuff looks like super dope though. It looks so different from EK. But let me know what you all want to see, rather. I could get all of the parts where we could do something similar to this. And see, that's another reason why I'm going with when I get a new Ampere card, I want to get the Founders Edition, because when they do these blocks, you know, like this, they do it based off of the Founders Editions first. So, Jarvis, what's up, homie? Still experimenting, but I love Will about the build a zoo for them. Yeah, man. You know, I spend way too much money. But where is it? Okay, here we go. Nope. Is that it? No. Configurator. So like if you was doing this for yourself, I was trying not to really go too deep into this, but since we here, but see, they do this based off of, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. All right, but I don't know. If you want to see Hydro X series, let me know down in the chat. Let me know in the comments. Or if you want to see EK, definitely let me know. I'm good with going either way, as long as I could be able to. I'm gonna have Corsair lights and fans and stuff like that, so I may go that route. But you can still swap. You could do stuff, you know, with either or. Yeah. So if you love RGB, go with Corsair. Yeah, you're right. And with the O11 dynamic case, it's like it's open. You'll be able to see everything. So I definitely might do that. But it has the extra room and space that I need for the custom loops. Well, once I get these new Ampere cards, yeah, I'm switching cases, and I'm only gonna do soft tubing because I switch out my parts too much to do hard line tubing. So for the first time going, I am definitely going to go with soft line tubing. So I've never done custom water loop before, but I plan on doing that. If not the end of this year, but definitely, well, yeah, probably by the end of this year, I plan on doing that. So, man, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with a brother. Yeah, that's all I got for today. Definitely, again, if you want to support the channel, definitely all of the like parts and everything that I have in my bills. It's all in the links below in the description. You could be able to check those out. You could definitely, support the channel that way. Share this video. Share my videos. You hit like, you hit subscribe. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And it keeps things going, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Yeah, hey, Sean, let me tell you something. You could be able to go back and watch the replay of this video, and you can definitely check out the budget bill. But man, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with a brother, and definitely y'all have a good night. Follow me over to Discord, to my Discord. The link is in the actual description below to be able to join the Discord. And man, we could keep talking about tech stuff all night. I may go live tonight with some gameplay. I don't know. If I go live again, I'll probably see y'all again. I don't know. But we'll talk about it in the Discord. Peace.